Assalamualaikum students, my name is Anum. I am here to teach you about inductive and deductive logics. In this topic we have some statements according to logic. Then we solve in mathematics style, like first statement is a sentence that is judged as true or false without in, like we have product 2 plus 2 equals to 4. You can see this example, 2 plus 2 equals to 5. This is false because 2 plus 2 is 4, not 5. So this statement is false. The product of two positive numbers is positive. When we multiply, product means multiply. Two positive numbers, 2 multiply 2 is 4, positive 4. 5 multiply 5, positive. 5 multiply 4, 20, positive number. So it is true. Generally statements are denoted by small p, q, r. We denote statement with some names like small p, small q, small r, small letters, in small letters. Mostly we use p, q, r. You can change the variable but in small letters. Necessary condition for statements. Statement must be in requesting form, explanation, order, question involving variable, time, today, yesterday, anything, pronoun, he, she, it, and anything. Statement, just like we are talking about some things in requesting way, in explaining way, in ordering way, in questions way, anything. Like please open the door, this is the requesting way. What a beauty house is, this is the statement. Get lost, this is the statement. Shut up, we say also, this is the statement. What is mathematics, this is the question. Who are you, what is the time, these are the statements. Tomorrow is holiday, time dependent statement. He is scientist, pronoun statement. But these statements are not in mathematical way. These statements are in journally but not in mathematical forms, because we need mathematical forms. These statements are not belongs to the mathematical statements. We are talking about mathematical statement like 2 plus 2. These statements in which we can suppose this is true or not true. These statements belongs to normal statements but not in mathematical statements. Negation. When we have statement of anything, negation means not. If we have p is statement, then not p is negation or negative p. Like p equals 2, then negation of p is minus 2, or you can write in this form. Sample is this. So p is true, then negation p is false. If we suppose p is true, then negation p is false. Just like find the negation of given statement. 5 is odd, then negation is 5 is not odd. This statement is true, but this statement is false. If we have statement is true, then negation is false. If we have p is false, then negation p or negative p is true. Mathematics is the queen of science. Mathematics is not a queen of science. Negation table. If we have p is true, then negation p is false. These are two samples. If p is false, then negation p is true. Compound statement using connectivities. When two statements P and Q, two statements, you can also write A and B any variable, but normally we discuss in PQR form or combined form. Then it is called compound form. Two or more than two statements mostly. Then in or and form means if one is true, then other is also true. This is and situation. But one is true and second is false, and it depends on or. It's important to know if in and one is true, then other is also true. One is false and other is also false. But in or condition, one may be true, then second will true or not be true. First is false, then second maybe or maybe not false. Conjunction means and form. Two or more simple statements are connected by and. If P and Q are two statements, then it write in this and will be write in this form. This hat. Ahmedabad is in Gujarat and 3 plus 2 is 6. If this is true, then this is also true. This is false, this is also false. So both are, and negation of conjunction will be disjunction. It's not a connection between this and this, but this is true, then this is also true statement. If it is false, it is also false. It depends on each other. So this is also false and this is false. In this also, this statement is true and this is false, then answer will be false. If this statement is false and this statement is true, then answer also will be false. Both condition will be true, then answer will be the true. So negation of conjunction will be disjunction. Truth table, you can see P is true, then Q is false, then total answer is false. P is true, Q is false, then answer will be false. P is true, false, true, Q is true, then answer will also false. If P is false, Q is false, then answer will be false. Truth value of the true statement, false. F equals to truth value of false statement. Disjunction, this is also called or. Previously we discussed about conjunction, which is and statement, two statement between and. This is disjunction, means two statement between or. Two or more simple statements are connected by or. P and Q are two statements, then it write in this. This is this is called or in math. Then Gujarat is the state of India, or Ahmedabad is in Maharashtra. In this situation, you can know easily when we see Q is true, P or Q is true. If P is true, Q is false, then P or Q is true. P is false, Q is false, P or Q is true. If P is false, Q is false, then P or Q will be false. T denotes true, F denotes false statement. Say a simple exercise, let P is it rained last night, Q is sprinkle came on last night, or is the lawn was wet this morning. Translate each of the following into English. It is not rain last night. This is negative P or negation P. P and negation P. R and negation P equals to the lawn was wet this morning and it did not rain last night. Negation R and P or P. Negation R or P or Q. Either the lawn was not wet this morning, or it rained last night, or the sprinkle come on last night. Implication truth table. P implies Q is false only when P is true and Q is not true. P implies Q does not say that P causes Q. P implies Q does not require that P or Q are ever true. 1 equals to 0. Pigs can fly is true. You can easily understand with the truth table. P is false, Q is false, then P implies Q is true. P false, Q true, then P implies Q is true. P true, Q is false, then P implies Q is false. P true, Q true, then P implies Q is true. These two tables and condition you have to know and remember for everlasting, because these are the logics in maths. You can implies P, or conditions, and condition, implies condition, conjunction conditions, negation conditions, and many others. If this lecture ends, then the sun will rise tomorrow. True or false, you have to say this. If Tuesday is the day of the week, then I am a pigeon. If this, then Obama is president. And these are some statements of implication. P implies Q. If P, these are writing these types. If P, then Q. If P, Q. When P, Q. P only if Q. These are some ways to write P implies Q. P, today is Sunday, and Q, if I will wash the car. If today is Sunday, then I will wash the car. Converse. Then, if I wash the car, then today is Sunday. Inverse of this. Inverse means negation will come. Today is not Sunday, then I will not wash the car. Contrapositive, then negation Q implies negation P. If I do not wash the car, then today is not Sunday. How do we know for sure? Like P is true, Q is true. P implies Q is true. Negation, P implies Q is true. But negation of P will be false and negation of Q is false. You can write here negation of P, negation of Q. False implies true. Contrapositive false implies true. P is true, Q is false. P implies Q is false. Converse will be true because Q is positive, Q is false, and P is true. But negation of P is false and negation of Q is true. Then inverse will be true. These things know from this truth table or with these condition. Converse, Q implies P, inverse Q, negation P implies negation Q, contrapositive mean, negation Q implies negation P. So this is solved by this using method. Biconditional operators. In biconditional operators, if and only if condition with. If P is true and if and only if Q is true. P equals to, you can take the flight P. You can buy a ticket. If you want to fly, then you need to take a ticket to fly in the flight. P, if and only if Q. P is false, Q is false, then P or Q is false. Negation of P is true, negation of Q is true, then negation of P and negation of Q is true, and then take negation. This is solved by using truth method and or negation method. We can put and solve these questions. Before we have these type of question, then you solve firstly P and Q, P or Q, then you have to find, this is P and Q, so we find this, then we have negation P and negation Q, then we find negation P from this, negation Q from this, then we take negation P and negation Q. This will solve from these two things. Then we take negation of this is become negation brackets negation of P and negation of Q. Some references for this lecture. Thank you for watching this lecture.